Hey guys, SuperHorrorBro Mike here, and we are back for part 3 of Bendy and the Ink Machine Revisited. Now this is of course a series where we're going back to the original Bendy and Ink Machine game ahead of a release of Dark Revival, just to revisit all the chapters and go through some old theories, some story stuff, and just basically have a nostalgia trip revisiting the game and remembering what it was like to play through for the first time. So in this video we're going to be playing chapter 3 after completing chapters 1 and 2 in previous videos. If you have missed those videos, go back and check them out of course to catch up to date on where we are in the story. But with that said, it's time to venture into Alice Angel's lair and dive into chapter 3. Here we go, so we're waking up, chapter 3, Rise and Fall. Of course, we are in Boris's hideout at the moment. Now this is actually the hideout that we play when we play Boris and the Dark Survival. We actually live in this safe house in that game, like running around collecting stuff and then coming back to his hideout to stay here. And as you can see, there's lots of handyman tools on the shelf, which used to make me think that this was indeed Wally Franks, but now I do believe this is probably a character called Buddy Lewick who becomes this version of Boris from the book. But we'll get into that in a second. If you come over to his mirror here, guys, there's actually a secret. It says, "Who am I now?" It seems likely this was, of course, Boris questioning his reality, questioning, you know, what happened to him when he became the cartoon wolf, of course. So here he is, just chilling out in the safe house. How's it going, Boris? You alright? Seems to be doing pretty good. We've got a little hidden message here, which says, "I'm sorry, Buddy," and this is what makes me believe that this is, of course, Buddy Lewick from the book. I have made a theory on this, guys. I'll try and link it at the end of the video, but go and check out my Bendy playlist if you would like to look at all my theories for this game, of course.
I'm not getting out of here that easy. Need to open the door, but the lever's missing. Boris probably has it. Hey, buddy, you seen that lever handle around? Or are you holding it hostage until I make you something to eat? I thought so. Let's see what we got.
Right, so let's get some soup to cook up for Boris. Of course, we've also got this weird sort of collage here which shows a person, whoever it may be, Wally or Buddy, trapped inside the cartoon body of the wolf. And this is something that also appears when we play Boris and the Dark Survival, which I do actually recommend. It's a really good like spin-off game. I've had a lot of fun with that. It adds some small story beats to the game, some extra additional lore, and it's just fun in general, so yeah, go check that out. Alright, let's go and make some soup for Boris now. Let's cook it up on the stove. I never have tried the bacon soup recipe from Bendy, but you can sort of get the book. I think it's called the Joey Drew Studio Employee Handbook, and it actually has the recipe for the bacon soup in there. So if you ever want to cook it for yourself, just check out that book and you can make your very own bacon soup. So here we go, we're going to leave the sort of safety or relative safety of this safe house. Boris is coming with us.
Let's see what's out there.
Alright, Boris, you ready? Let's do this. Of course, we had these little miracle stations which we can sort of hide in. There's Boris there and Bendy both checking us out. And that's what we used to hide from Bendy as the chapter goes on.
Looks like it's really dark up ahead. Let's find some light.
I will try and get the Tommy gun as we go through this, guys. We have to do that by meeting a few set criteria.
Don't be scared, Boris. Let's keep the light near you so you don't get lost.
This is very sinister. I always enjoyed this part of the game, walking through these sort of dark tunnels. It's very creepy. Got to stay close to Boris so he doesn't freak out, of course. Oh, what's that noise?
Did you hear that? Yeah, me either.
It's alright, we're almost through. Just keep going. Everything's good. There we go. Okay.
Another dead end. I don't see any other way through. You got any ideas, Boris?
Here we go. So we can talk to Boris, give him the torch, and of course, he goes and helps us out by opening the door for us. So now we just wait, I guess. Wait and hope that Boris comes through for us. There we go. Find a new exit. So let's head on through into the toy workshop. Heavenly Toys, there we go.
Wow, I don't remember any of this.
Imagine having a plushie that size. It'd be nuts, wouldn't it? Would it even fit in your room? I mean, if we look at Henry's scale compared to this thing, that would be the ceiling where the ears are, surely. So I don't know how practical that is, but it's pretty cool. Oh, you can hear Alice.
Why is there always something blocking the door? Gotta be a way through.
Alright, so first things first, we need to get the Tommy gun, so we need to change this to, I believe, the ink machine. There we go, that's objective 1 complete. We'll also listen to this audio log.
I don't be seeing what the big deal is. So what if I went and painted some of those Bendy dolls with a crooked smile? That's sure no reason for Mr. Drew to be flying off the handle at me. And if he really wants to be so helpful, he could be telling me what I'm to be doing with this warehouse I got full of that angel whatchamacallit. And a scrap of that mess be selling. They probably have to melt it all down to be rid of it all.
So that was, of course, Sean Flynn, the toy maker at Joey Drew Studios, sort of complaining about Joey and, yeah, his over-ambition with certain products. And also his short temper, I guess. Joey did not suffer fools, let's say. We've got to unclog these machines, guys, to get them working again. So let's pull all the toy parts out. There we go. A little Alice toy there. A little Boris one. Now the conveyor is running again, and we can go and boot this machine up. There we go. Now we can gain access to Alice's little room. There she is. Oh. Now this bit's very flashy, so epilepsy warning, I guess. It's too quiet, guys. Oh, there she is. Kind of creepy. I always loved Alice Angel's introduction there. But one thing that did happen when I first played this, if you ever watched my original playthrough, is I jumped out of my skin. It got me really good.
A new fly in my endless web. Come along now. Let's see if you're worthy to walk with angels.
So there we go, that's Alice Angel's intro. Alice is probably one of my favourite characters, just because she has quite a lot of depth to her. She has this Jekyll and Hyde personality, and she has kind of a tragic backstory as well. Now, I think, in order to do this, we need to go the path of a demon in order to unlock the Tommy gun. So let's take this route here, and listen to Joey Drew's audio log, of course, in this very inky room.
There's nothing wrong with dreaming. Wishing for the impossible is just human nature. That's how I got started. Just a pencil and a dream. We all want everything, without even having to lift a finger. They say you just have to believe. Believe can make you succeed. Believe can make you rich. Believe can make you powerful. Why, with enough belief, you can even cheat death itself. Now that is a beautiful and positively silly thought.
So there's Joey obviously just sort of discovering potentially that he may be able to cheat death and bring souls back through the ink machine. That's kind of the very origins of his thought process behind that, of course. He did dream big, but of course it led to the downfall of both himself and a lot of people that worked for him. Oh.
Boris. Oh, you scared me to death. Don't suppose you found anything we can use to protect ourselves with.
So Boris is always being a little trickster and obviously causing mischief. He just surprised us there. Bad Boris. I kind of feel like loads of people are going to comment now down below telling me off for that.
Looks like to open this, we're gonna need to throw 2 levers at once. You get this one. I'll find the other.
Alright, Boris. Teamwork time. Looks very, very safe down here. Nothing to worry about. The Butcher Gang. Now that was one of the scares that really got me the first time I played it. This was one of the cleverest moments from the whole game, because I think the jump scare and the placement of it and the way that the Butcher Gang is introduced there is really clever, and I think the designers of this game did a really good job with that. So I hope we see more stuff like that in the new game, like just clever little things like that. And before we head on down, guys, I am going to go this way just to listen to an additional audio log from Thomas Connor and Wally Franks here.
Alright, let's go over this again. If the pressure goes over 45, I screw the safety bolt in tighter, right?
No, for the last time you do that, you blow every pipe in this place. If it reaches 45, you unhook the safety switch.
You sure? You know, this sounds harder than comparing earwax to beeswax.
Look, it's not that difficult. Just keep an eye on the gauge.
Look, pal, if you think I'm doing my job and yours, I'm out of here.
So you can see there that Wally Franks and Thomas Connor had very different sort of ways of thinking about how to do their work and didn't get on at all. They had different work ethics, I guess, is the kind of word that I was looking for there. Right, come on, Boris, let's go through here now. Let's go and find Alice Angel. This chapter is probably my least favourite overall, but it has some of my favourite aspects of the game within it, so it's kind of a weird one. I really don't like the backtracking that this chapter provides and the sort of fetch quest nature of its design, but I really like the character of Alice Angel that it introduced. I like the location, and I like that Bendy's a bit more active and a bit more of a threat. So it's a weird one, I'm kind of split on it.
You're so interesting. So different. I have to say, I'm an instant fan. Looks like you've got a date with an angel. Come to me now. Level 9. Just follow the screams.
There we go. We're going down to level 9, Boris. You okay? Well, you don't have to answer me, it's fine. Just nod. There we go. You're fine, you're good. The nod, I'll take it. Alright, here is Alice's lair, guys. We have reached it. We're down in the depths now. There's no turning back. We're gonna have to rely on Alice's help.
Step out of your cage. There's a whole twisted world out here.
Okay. She's quite a gal. Indeed she is. Where is Boris? Here we go. Let you go first, just in case there's a trap. Gotta protect myself, haven't I? Once again, just let Boris trek on. Just make sure that, you know, she hasn't laid any booby traps down here for us. Oh, that's quite the sight. I remember when I originally played this, Henry had an additional line. I think he said, "Oh, Boris, are you okay?" Because Boris was like gazing upon this horrible sight, one of his clones sort of tied up and split open. Now let's head across this kind of sea of dead bodies.
Look around. It took so many of them to make me so beautiful. Anything less than perfect was left behind. I had to do it. She hate me.
You can see over there it says, "Did they deserve this?" And then if we turn over here, guys, it's actually got Susie Campbell's coffin. And this really kind of cements the idea that Susie was Alice Angel, and her personality is indeed trapped within Alice's body, and sort of gently fades away as the game goes on. Let's just play this recording also by Susie.
Who would have thought? Me having lunch with Joey Giroux. Apparently times are tougher than I thought. For a moment there, I thought I'd be stuck with the check. But I gotta say, he wasn't at all what I expected. Quite the charmer. He even called me Alice. I liked it.
This So Joey was charming Susie from the start, but of course he tricks her, doesn't he, into going along with his little plan to become a real version of Alice Angel because of how much she loved her character. Here she is.
Now we come to the question. Do I kill you? Do I tear you apart to my heart's delight? The choices of the beautiful are unbearable. How's a girl to choose? Take this little freak, for instance. He crawled in here, trailing his tainted ink to my door. It could have touched me. It could have pulled me back. Do you know what it's like, living in the dark puddles? It's a buzzing, screaming well of voices. Bits of your mind swimming like fish in a bowl. The first time I was born from its inky womb, I was a wiggling, pussing, shapeless slug. The second time, well, it made me an angel. I will not let the demon touch me again. I'm so close now. So almost perfect. Yes, I will spare you. For now. Better yet, I'll even let you ascend and leave this place. If you will do a few eensy-weensy little favors for me first. Return to the lift, my little errand boy. We have work to do.
Right, so we've got our orders. We need to return to the lift and start helping out Alice doing the angel's bidding. So we'll bid farewell to her and head on back to that lift. Right, here we go, guys, heading back into the main hall, getting some orders from Alice.
Are hungry. Gather me some spare parts.
So first we need to take the wrench and gather spare parts for Alice's machine. So it says search gearboxes on level K.
There are so few rules to our world now. So little truths. But there is one rule we all know and respect down here. Beware the ink demon. Stay out in the open for too long and he will find you. For if you see him, better hide. If you don't, well, I enjoyed our date. Now, let us begin our work. Have you met him? The Ink Demon. They say he hears everything. Every creak of the floor. Every rustle of paper. I wouldn't run so fast if I were you. You never know. Draw him in.
So there's Alice giving us some good old tips to avoid Bendy. I am being quiet whenever a character talks, guys, because I want you to get the full experience of the story in the game. It's kind of what I've tended to shift towards when I do a Let's Play, is be quiet when there's a cutscene or a character talking. So that's why I'm going quiet for long periods of time, if you're wondering, just so you can hear the story. Oh, we've got another searcher here. The wrench is actually second only to the axe, and of course the Tommy gun. It's very efficient for killing enemies, it's really good. That's 2 down now, 2 cogs down. I think there's like 1 to go maybe. Oh, there's another searcher. And that's 3.
Ah, that should be plenty. Return them to me. And try not to die on the way back.
Right, time to go back down to level 9 and return the gears. Yeah, when this game originally came out, guys, it didn't give you any indication of where the collectibles were meant to sort of be in the level, and also that they could be randomized and appear on any floor, so it was a real pain in the ass to play this game. Well, chapter 3 of this game, when it originally came out, and luckily, after about a month or so, the developers rectified that. It wasn't in that state for too long, and I think they learned a lot from the development of this chapter. They've actually acknowledged the fact that the design of this chapter is a little bit sort of wonky, and I think with the new game, obviously, we shouldn't have to put up with anything like that. But you have to remember, you know, obviously this was like the first game from those guys, and they were kind of learning how to game design, I guess.
Sammy said I had talent. He was always a good liar. Still, he was once a very handsome man.
So that's obviously Susie speaking from within Alice Angel. She obviously had some kind of involvement with Sammy Lawrence, as has been hinted at by sort of audio logs prior to this game releasing. Again, I've covered this in theories, guys, if you do want to check out my thoughts on Sammy and Susie and their relationship at the studio. Let's deposit these now in this bin.
Have you seen them? The swollen ones. They're just stuffed full of extra thick ink. It makes me sick. And yet, it's the perfect thing for keeping myself together. If you're gonna catch them, you'll have to learn to move quietly. Come back to my door. I have something that you'll need.
There we go. The inky syringe. It's time to collect the extra thick ink. This is actually one of my least favourite parts of the entire game. It's really hard to sneak up on the searchers. Actually, we've also got this audio log from Thomas Connor, guys, so I will play this for you now.
These blasted elevators. Sometimes they open, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they come, sometimes they keep on going to hell and back. I keep telling these people, if Mr. Joey Drew keeps cutting corners like this, someone's sure to end up falling to their death. And it sure ain't gonna be me. I'm taking the stairs.
Thomas Connor obviously there, really concerned about the safety of the employees at the studio and his own safety, but probably also the fact that he was in charge of all this stuff and Joey wasn't giving him the budget and resources he needed to provide safety to the studio. I think we need to go to level 11 to get the thick ink from the searchers. Alright, Boris, can I get some thick ink from you? Sorry. Giving you your tuberculosis shot. Oh, there we go, there's one of the blighters now. But of course he's disappeared. Man. Oh, there's one. Nice. That's one down. Some of that nice thick ink. We can get one from this little fella as well. Oh. There we go. Little Butcher Gang member gave us another lot of ink. We're actually doing quite well. Okay, let's just head on down here. There we go, the Projectionist, guys. One of the best enemies in the game, in my opinion. I love his design. Really creepy. That's, of course, Norman Polk's tragic fate. Or at least we believe it is. Alright, so there's no thick ink here, guys, but there is this audio log from Wally Frank, so I'll play that for you.
Everyone's walking around here like Grandma just died. Nothing but angry faces everywhere. These people gotta lighten up. I mean, hello, you make cartoons. Your job is to make people laugh. I tell you, if these people don't start back in a spiral, I'm out of here.
Sickening. Oh, makes my skin crawl. But the task is done. Bring me back my equipment, please.
I don't know if you heard that audio log properly, guys. I think one of the searchers materialized on top of me while I was standing listening to it. So I just took advantage of the situation and grabbed the last bit of thick ink there. But hopefully you heard Wally's audio log.
Once upon a time, there was an angel. And she was beautiful and loved by all. She was perfect. No matter what Joey says.
There you go, Joey really did a number on poor old Susie, didn't he? So we are down here now, guys. We have got all the thick ink. We can deposit it in the bin, and that is another task done. There's a lot of tasks in this stage for Alice. She gets her money's worth
I'll
out.
make it simple. Look for valve panels. Turn the little wheels. Then bring me their power cores. Please don't make me regret sparing you. I can always change my mind.
Alright, here we go. The best weapon, of course, the plunger. Fantastic weapon. Really powerful. Right, level P, here we go. Let's go and find ourselves some valve cores now. I hate this plunger, it's so annoying. No, do not die. Come on. There. Valve core collected. Good. Let's take some bacon soup. Replenish our health. Any secret messages? Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's hide from Bendy. Did not expect that. There he is. Our first look at Bendy on this stage. Obviously we want to hide from him because he's an instant death if we get touched by Bendy, and we want to get that Tommy gun. It will just make the remainder of the stage that little bit easier, so we will chill out here and wait while Bendy sort of does his thing. Right, he's gone. Good. So now we can get on with this level. We can get those cores. This takes a bit of time, guys. I might cut some of this out because I'm sure it's not that interesting for you to watch. So there we go, that is one down. Actually no, that's two down, isn't it? Because we got one off the Butcher Gang guy as well. So we've got one to go. It should be through here and in this little room. There we are. Beautiful, beautiful work.
You're quite the efficient little errand boy, aren't you?
I'm alright. We get our job, we get the job done, don't we? Okay guys, let's head on back to Alice and give her the valve cores then.
It's time people knew my name. It's Alice Angel, they say. Feels like so long ago. But those days can come back. Dreams come true, Susie. Dreams come true.
Here we go. Done.
You see those grinning demons? Let's remove them, shall we? I've got just the tool to make this even more enjoyable.
There we go, the axe. Our favourite weapon, of course. And we've now got to go and destroy all the Bendy cutouts on level K. So this is the final task before the task when we get to go to the Projectionist floor. But before we go up there, guys, I do want to show you, of course, a secret. By cutting these boards to this door and opening it up, you will get an audio log from a character called Grant Cohen. So let's listen to that.
Hey, say, the real problem with Mr. Drew is that he never actually tells us little people anything. Oh, sure. According to him, there's always big stuff coming. Adventure and fame and the like. But I'm the guy, see, who has to make sure our budgets don't go all out of whack just because the genius upstairs went out and got himself another idea. Speaking of which, and this is top secret, apparently Mr. Drew has another large project in mind now. And it ain't gonna be cheap.
Of course, he's talking about the ink machine project there, and Joey Drew's sort of enormous budget that he required to make the ink machine happen. This is something that is elaborated on in the books in some detail, especially if you read between the lines of the stuff said in the books. And I have made several videos about how Joey managed to afford this. He basically got a lot of investors to invest in his company, basically doing anything he could to make sure that the ink machine could be built and run under company expenses. But yeah, I wouldn't fancy being Joey Drew's accountant. I mean, you've got quite a task ahead of you if you are sort of balancing Joey's books with all the money he's bleeding constantly. I think the atmosphere of this stage is probably the best in the game. I really love the way that the lighting is in this stage, and just the design of like the corridors and stuff. It's very kind of creepy, has a great ambience about it. Feels almost like a horror sort of level, I think, this one. There is a secret here as well with some switches that you can get through those boards if you do a series of things in the right order. I can't actually remember what that is now, but there is a way to sort of access a secret here where you can fight a giant searcher. Now, I've done a video on that if you actually are interested in it, guys, and want to watch that. Again, just check out my Bendy playlist, it will be on there somewhere. But I'm not going to do that in this video. So we're just doing a little playthrough, a little revisit in this video.
Now that was fun. Oh, but I forgot to mention, he hates it when I do that. I would hide if I were you.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Hopefully Bendy does not show up. Okay, no sign of Bendy, guys. We made it back in one piece. That was very lucky. As I said, you can get around him. I think he's probably going to be a lot more dangerous in the second game, in Dark Revival. I've heard from just the developers' tweets and stuff like that that he's going to be a lot more of a presence in the second game and a lot more aggressive. Yeah, that should be something to look forward to. I really think that the new game is going to be something quite special. Boris is trembling, so obviously Bendy is around here somewhere. Don't worry, Boris. We're going to get out of here. We're going to return to Alice now, with all the Bendy cutouts destroyed. Look at him just quivering away. Let's deliver these broken Bendy cutout pieces to Alice. There you go.
The disgusting wretches that wander my halls have gone unchecked. Trying to drag me back to the darkness. Don't take your angel. Hurt them one by one. Smash them into puddles. Kill them.
Right, now we've got to destroy the Butcher Gang, which is, you know, easier said than done. It could either go really well or really badly, this, just depending on how lucky you get with them, really. This is my little tip for them. Just smack, back up, smack, back up, smack, back up. Sometimes you get hit still. There you go, that's one. Smack, smack, smack. It's two. We've got this guy now. 1, 2, 3. Come on, die. Go down. Nice. Hopefully we get the Tommy gun, guys, because that was pretty flawless.
So quiet. Like a welcoming grave. I like the silence. Don't you?
Yeah, sure. It's nice. Peaceful.
Oh, I hate leaving work unfinished. Fortunately, I have you to pick up the pieces. But you'll have to go even deeper. Down, down, down into the abyss. Take the lift down. Say hello to an old friend. Sending you a little present. A little firepower. Take good care of it. It belonged to someone very special.
So here we go, guys. The Tommy gun is ours. Yes, we unlocked it. Good. Now, she says say hello to an old friend, and I always wondered what that meant, but we find out in the Dreams Come to Life book, which is the Bendy novel, that Norman knew Henry quite well. And so I think that when it says say hello to an old friend, it's literally referencing the fact that the projectionist is Norman Polk, and he did know Henry when Henry used to work at the studio. Which kind of is cool that we know that now. So let's go down to level 14 and meet Norman, and we can take care of him quite easily with his Tommy gun. I'll also unlock Henry's audio recording, guys, so you can listen to that and show you where that is in case you don't know. So here we go, we're going to collect some hearts. Kind of morbid, but Alice needs them.
There he is. The projectionist. Skulking in the darkness. You be sure to stay out of his light. If you don't want trouble, just bring me back the pieces I love.
Here we go. Time to take down one projectionist. He doesn't seem to care too much, does he? Oh. There you go. I thought he was actually going to get me then. I kind of got scared for a second. I wish the clips were a bit bigger for this gun. Anyway, let's shoot through these boards and unlock Henry's audio log. Right, so once you shot through the boards, guys, there is a little valve here. In case you didn't know, you just turn this. It won't light up like the others because it's secret. Yeah, when we go back upstairs now, we will be able to unlock Henry's audio log. It's between one of the floors upstairs. I can't remember which one. Either way, let's collect the hearts and head back up to Alice. Of course, there's lots of little cartoons down here on the walls. being projected up there. That's one of the most ominous ones. Nobody still knows what that means to this day, but I have got a new theory about that in a video that I've made recently, and I will link at the end of this one. Okay, that's, I think, 3 hearts we've got now. There's a lot of hearts to collect. What about round here? Yeah, there we go.
Tell me, are they still alive in your hands? Bring them to me, now. I don't like to wait.
We better not keep her waiting then. Well, we will keep her waiting for a little bit because we're going to go and unlock Henry's audio log. I'm going to head back up now, guys. I'm going to cut to showing you where that is. So we'll say goodbye to Norman in his inky grave and head on back up. I have a feeling we might see that guy again. Oh, actually, we'll listen to his audio log first, though.
No, I'm not looking for trouble. It's just the nature of us projectionists to seek out the dark places. You see, I've learned the ins and outs of this here studio. I know how to avoid being bothered by the likes of this company. That projectionist, they always say, creeping around. He's just looking for trouble. Well, trouble or not, I sees everything. They don't even know when I'm watching. Even when I'm right behind them.
So there we go, a little bit of insight into Norman and his mind there. He was a bit of a lurker. Now let's head back up and see if we can find Henry's audio log in the secret room. Alright guys, so I'm on level P. And from this level we're going to sort of head up, I think, 1 more floor, or maybe it's down 1 more floor. I can't actually remember, but we will soon find it. Ah, it's here. Yes, so this has now been drained. This was before flooded with ink. And now we can head down and unlock Henry's audio log on this table here.
Only 2 weeks into this company, and already it's gotten interesting. Joey is a man of ideas. And only ideas. When I agreed to start this whole thing with him, I thought there'd be a little more give and take. Instead, I give, and he takes. I haven't even seen Linda for days now. Still, someone has to make this happen. When in doubt, just keep drawing, Henry. On the plus side, I've got a new character I think people are gonna love.
So there we go. It sounded like Joey overworked Henry. He didn't get to see his wife as much as he would have liked, and eventually he was driven to leave the studio because of it. However, he was creating a new character at the time. I think that was probably Boris that he was creating, but it could have, of course, been Alice Angel as well. But either way, Henry was responsible for the creation of the original Big 3 characters, as we see confirmed at the end of the game when we see that picture hanging in Joey's house. And obviously Joey didn't ever really create anything himself, he just took credit for other people's creations. Henry being the main one because he of course created Bendy, which put Joey on the map. So let's head on down now guys to give Alice the final piece of the puzzle, her hearts that she desires. And hopefully these hearts will give her a little bit of humanity and she'll let us escape.
It seems we've reached the end of my to-do list, my little errand boy.
Thank goodness.
I hope you enjoyed our time together.
Nah,
Oh,
I guess.
treasure it.
Not
Return
really.
to the lift. It's time to go home.
Excellent. There we go. She's going to get us out of here, guys. We need to return to the surface. Let's take our leave.
Have you ever wondered what heaven is like? I like to dream that it's quite beautiful. A soft valley of green grass, blanketed by a warm sun. I don't think I'll ever get to see it. Are you ready to ascend, my little errand boy? The heavens are waiting.
There we go. It looks like we're going to get out of here all right. But, of course, that Jekyll and Hyde personality coming to life. The dark side of Alice is taking over, and I believe that that was Susie saying goodbye, and her soul becoming totally consumed by the darkness.
Did you really think I could steal from me?
You can't have him, Alice. He's our Boris. He's not for you. No.
Give him to me. Yes. I'll take him.
Look at him just cowering there. That escalated quickly. So yeah, Alice Angel, sort of her actual character and the ink possessing it, basically took Susie's soul and consumed it, and the darkness went out, and now she's truly evil. She's kidnapped Boris, and we've got to go and save him in chapter 4, which is where we'll be picking up in the next video, guys. We've now come to the end of chapter 3, of course, and with that we have come to the end of this video too. So I want to say big thanks for watching if you have, and if you have enjoyed this video, remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos just like this one, and I will see you on the next one.